Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's TK. So, have you ever wondered what career is right for you or what it is that you may want to do in life? Well, today I'll be sharing my career path and how I figured out what career to pursue after college and on how I went from being a pre-med to a consultant traveling to Japan. So when I first started college, I thought I wanted to do something related to public health. I didn't really know what career options there were out there, but I liked learning about healthcare and healthcare communication, so I thought that's what I wanted to do. But when I first took my public health class, I thought it was interesting, but I wanted to focus more on the individual rather than looking at it from the bigger picture. And so, freshman year, since so many of my friends were pre-med, freshman year I feel like a lot of people who are interested in science and healthcare just go to the pre-med track. I thought that, okay, I'll become a doctor. And out of all the specialties, I was interested in dermatology. So I started talking to a lot of dermatologists, but I also took a class in college that allowed me to shadow in the emergency department a couple times. But the first time I shadowed an emergency physician, I witnessed a cold blue. So then I thought, emergency is not for me. But even after shadowing a lot of dermatologists, it just didn't click. I think I was interested in dermatology because I was interested in skincare, not so much dermatology like skincare or skin health as a field. So then I was like, okay, I don't think I want to go through all this, going from med school, residency, and even more training and learning everything about medicine, just because I want to see how I can improve my skin. I also wanted to do something more hands-on. So then I thought, I think I'll become a dentist. I really loved going to the dentist when I was a kid, and it was shocking. But I also thought that, it's great pay, it's something related to healthcare, and you also have flexibility in your schedule, and very hands-on. So I started shadowing a lot of dentists, and I even took the DAT, which is the MCAT for dental school. I also worked in dental research lab. But 4 months before my graduation, I started having doubts. I thought, is this really what I want to do? And so I started thinking, and I wasn't sure. But one day, or one evening I should say, I went to my friends and I went to a bar. It was an on-campus bar where we went to grab a drink, play games, and the best part was that it was underneath one of our college dorms. And when I went, I saw one of my friends who was also a pre-dental. She was tipsy when I saw her. She probably already had a couple of drinks, and we started chatting. And I told her, I don't know if I want to go to dental school. And then she grabbed my shoulders and was like, TK, what are you talking about? Dentistry is awesome. And she started talking about how passionate she was about teeth and dentistry and becoming a dentist. And when I saw her, I was like, that's not me. So then, 4 months after my graduation, I had zero plans for what I wanted to do after college. Now, because I didn't know what career options there were out there in the healthcare field besides dentistry or becoming a physician, I started doing a lot of informational interviews. So I reached out to probably around 15 alumni and asked them about their job, what they liked, didn't like, and their career path. And this was really helpful for me to learn about the other career options, as well as learning about different companies and different skills needed to apply for a specific position as well. And so I also did a lot of informational interviews with physicians or clinicians as well when I was interested in becoming a doctor. And I also did interviews and shadowed a lot with dentists as well. So I got a better feeling of the job or the role by doing all these interviews, talking to people who's actually doing the work that you're interested in doing, and also shadowing. And then after that, I decided to take a break. I just wanted to spend time with my friends. We were approaching graduation. I wasn't going to see them for a while, and rather than locking myself up in a room networking, I thought it would be better for me to just enjoy the rest of my time in college. So after that, I went back home, and because I talked to a lot of people and got a better feel of what job options there were and what I liked, didn't like, what sounded interesting, what I probably don't want to pursue, I had a better feeling of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do something related to healthcare and also something I could constantly learn and meet new people as well. But I also wanted to do something related to Japan. If you watched any of my other videos, you know that I was born in Japan and grew up in the US. So I kind of wanted to reconnect with my roots a little bit, and I was interested in Japan and Japanese culture. But when I started looking for jobs online, a lot of the positions that is related to Japan and healthcare, you needed to have working experience. So I thought, okay, I'll get some working experience first, probably in healthcare because that's what my degree was in college, and then I can shift my way to something related to Japan. So I started applying to jobs online, mostly to consulting firms, healthcare tech firms. Most of it was related to healthcare. But when I was scrolling through the list of job openings on my college job website, I saw a posting for a healthcare consulting company that also said bilingual is a plus, and if you speak with any of these languages, Spanish, Chinese, and Japanese was one of them. So I was like, wait, this could be it. So I went to LinkedIn and found someone who works there, who we also had, luckily also had a mutual friend. So I approached her and asked for an informational interview. So I asked about the role and what she didn't like, the company culture and everything, and I thought, you know, this actually sounds really interesting. And the best part was that after you get experience, you get to travel internationally. And so I decided to apply, and fortunately I got the job a month later. Now, when I applied, my Japanese language skills weren't that perfect. If I'm like a 9 out of 10 right now, then I would say I was a 4. And I just thought, you know, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I can't really translate, I can't speak business level Japanese. But if I get the job, I will work my butt off to learn it and learn it on the spot as well. And it was great because I had really good managers that allowed me to take on new opportunities and new challenges and new responsibilities. And a year later, after I started working for the company, I got to go to Japan for a business trip. I also got to travel to Japan every year after that, which was amazing. And when I look back on it, I thought, you know, wow, I spent so much time thinking about what I want to do and what I want to pursue after college. And there were other friends who told me, you know, just get a job that you don't hate, and then you can change afterwards. But if you think about it, even if you work like a year or two at that company, if you have a full-time job, let's say you work 40 hours a week, you spend 8 hours a day working, right? So that means you spend a third of your day working and spending time with your colleagues, and sometimes more depending on the position or depending on the company. So you might be spending more times with your colleagues rather than spending time with your family and friends. So if I'm spending that much time, I want to make sure that I enjoy it and it's something that I really want to do. So if you're wondering what you want to pursue for your next role, for me, what really helped was actually doing these interviews and talking to someone who may have your dream job, or who may have a job that you're interested in doing, and learning more about the job, about the work, as well as skills needed to apply. And also, I also loved learning about their career paths as well. It was so interesting. But if you do that, make sure you have your questions prepared and you know exactly what to ask for. What's great about these interviews is that if you decide to apply for that company or apply for that role, then you already know someone who works at the company. So you sort of have like a step into the company, just a tiny bit, before even starting your application process or your interviews. And for me, deciding to not pursue medicine or dentistry, it was helpful to shadow these clinicians and also do the interviews with them as well. So that's how I decided to change from being a pre-med, pre-dental, and then to becoming a consultant and a Japan specialist. So I hope the content was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. And if you like learning about other cultures, if you're interested in working internationally, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.